So I want you guys, if you want, you can put this up on your wall. Just, look at the handoff and just think about the things we've been talking about.
What happened to the rest of his thumb, right? It got cut off.
That's there.
Dude's got another.
It's leaning back.
Got another.
He doesn't have pitch like that.
All right, so remember you have to build your strong base. Remember that your effort needs to have a direction that's greater than yourself. Remember, think about something bigger than yourself. Just like they were saying, be nice to everybody. Be nice to your teammates. Even if you have a team that sucks and you're the number one, help the number two come closer. It's good karma even to you. Just to get that little good karma and feel better about yourself.
Karma's real.
Karma is
Karma
real.
is real.
I mean, I make sure that I take, Tuesday runs, and because in our county, I'm mandated to have like 3 Tuesday meets, that we have to compete on the Tuesday dual meets and stuff. We have to. And I hate them because I care about the Saturday races and I want to train on Tuesday. So what I do is I'll take varsity and they run JV up. I don't care if they come into the paper and my varsity runs in the 17s or 18s because they're pushing my JV to go that day or whatever. I could care less. I just want them to help the rest of the team because I want everyone to get better, and what they needed was that part of the run, and the JV maybe needed to get a race in on a Tuesday because they're not going to do so well on a Saturday. Remember that every individual, has their own reality. Just like he was saying a second ago about, the young man that has his post about himself. Well, you're not him. You are you. You do completely different workouts because they work for you, because you have a coach that says that. You don't want to hear what X says to do and then go back to your coach and be like, hey, coach, I tell you what, I'm the first to say that I did that when I came back from camp with him and Jordan. And it is what it is, but, my coach didn't care so much at that point, so I kind of, I figured it out on my own and kind of started doing extra workouts because he wasn't giving me enough when I learned.
We did not recruit that kid. He was top 3 in the state. I did not recruit that kid because he would not fit into our program without question.
Sure.
And there was the best kid in the state was from here in Tallahassee, and he ended up going to Evil Empire, and all of our guys said, Coach, he wouldn't have fit in here. There's no way.
Right.
We'd have killed him.
Right.
So it was a good, great runners, but there's a synergy, working together. There's a feeding off each other that Red's talking about.
Yeah.
That's important to, in the end, when all the stress is on you, the little tiny things make a big difference. You all got to be on the, we got to be all committed.
I tell you
Same
what,
thing.
coming to a camp like this, I made friends for life with a team that was close to our area, but I never really knew, because that year I went up, and I was an individual camper going up, and I went up with Venice, and I met probably some of the best friends of my life. Did Ryan wind up running for you when you came here? Atkins. Was he still
Atkins
here?
came here.
Atkins was, I know he was here before you got here, because I was at we were same year, and I went to USF with you. Yeah, and but I met guys that all of a sudden, like he was saying at the meet, we're cheering for each other. And I tell you what, me and Ryan were competitive as heck. But before a race, we were awesome. I got a scar on my shoulder from that son of a gun. Actually, from a regional race my senior year, we were up at the Largo course. And I don't know how many of you run the Largo course. It's still around the lake?
Yeah.
Around at Taylor Park?
Yeah.
And you go around the lake, and at some point, the course, you can if you want, splits around a tree. Well, the 3 of us are running 1, 2, 3 side by side, and I'm in the freaking middle. And the 2 basically keep me into the tree as they go around. And I nailed the tree, my arm's gashed here. I get up, I wind up still finishing 3rd, but Ryan's the one that pushed me into the darn tree.
You know who's number 3 all time on that course?
Mr. Bremen.
What'd you get at Taylor Park?
Huh?
What'd you get at Taylor Park?
14:38.
14:38.
The fastest ever was the 2 guys in front of me, 35 and 37. The guy that's the state record holder, Brett Hoffman,
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
He was
He
second.
went to Dunedin, right?
He went to St. Pete.
St. Pete. Oh.
And then the guy who won it was the Largo kid, Mike Ware, because he knew the course,
Yep.
and we didn't. We turned the corner, and he used his 151 speed to chop us up,
Yeah.
which he did.
But I mean, I got a scar on my arm from one of my best friends that I still talk to. He's in the military now and stuff. And I mean, we spent, those whole 2 years talking running and, being buddies in the same area. We raced all the time against each other. But I didn't get up and yell at him about it. It was, he got me today. Actually, he didn't even beat me that day, but he got me with the arm. And I'll finish up, Jay, and then you can. Remember that the problems you face are what make it successful. You know, if you can overcome those problems, that's where you gauge success. If you're a guy that wins straight through the season, well then, what do you look back on and say, oh, that was great? When you have something that comes up that you got a bad grade in something, you had to focus on something else, you enjoy it more. Your life is better when you overcome these problems. So don't stop trying. And remember to be humble and appreciative. If anything else, yeah, there's one more. And now that you have a guide, now you have a guide to great achievement, hopefully, that you guys can just throw this up and at least remember little bits of what we said with each of those, fingers. You've got your base, your direction. I didn't animate them all. Yeah, I did. No, they just go straight through. Your base, your direction, your reality, your commitment, and your humility. Just think about them. Those are something you can look at in the morning as you're running out the door to school even.